So mi nikasema niko guilty. Penye nilisema niko guilty, ndio judge lisit akaniambia, unajua kwa nini una pleadia guilty? Unajua ni makosa gani umesomewa? Akaniambia ni death sentence. Nikamwambia mimi niko kubali kukufa juu nimeua mtu. Mimi naweza ambia ladies, walk away. Kwa first slap imetosha utoke. Na usitoke utoke atuangalie nyuma. Hiyo first slap usirudishe, you just talk away. Na kushikwa imaanishi umeshikwa upanishiwe. Umeshikwa uhili. Juu mimi nikiwa pale ndani nilikubali, na penye nilikubalia ndio nilihila haraka. Juu sasa nikikwambia sinaga guilt yote kwa akili yangu. Sikuagi nimehaba hii ni pain, sikuagi na kuanga mpaka nimejisamehea.
Hi, good morning guys. How are you? And welcome to today's episode of Tales of Wanjiku. And today we are doing it right in our studio because I went to visit my guest today, alafu kukanyesha. I am telling you, but we are so grateful for rain. But let me ask you, I know life is about second chances, and you know you have to forgive yourself once in a while for doing things that you did not anticipate. But what happens if the crime is taking the life of a loved one or someone you even have two kids with? My guest today is here to talk to us about her life in Langata prison and also how she was charged with manslaughter. Halafu atuambie the lessons that she has learned and why it was important for her to be able to share his story yake. And I always say, guys, let's sit back, zero judgment. First we listen and then we see also how best we are able to elevate her. So mimi wacha niache aji-introduce so that she can take us through her story. Hi mama, how are you?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yes.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, introduce yourself, tafadhali.
I'm Grace.
Yes.
Grace Wateri. Prisoner number 48018 LS, an ex-prisoner. Yes. From Langata Maximum Prison. I served a 7-year sentence.
Yeah.
For a crime that I committed.
For a crime that you committed.
Yes.
Let me ask, was it easy for you to say a crime that I committed, ama ilichukua nini ukahave kuadmit you did what you did?
The crime I committed, I accepted it from the first day.
Yeah.
So I kuchukua anything kuisema nilifanya. Juu already nilikuwa guilty.
Yeah.
Haikuwa ni kitu, ilikuja tu ghafla.
Yes.
Like venye unaweza angusha kikombe useme, oh nimeangusha. Yeah.
Inakuwa hivyo.
Yeah.
And the man whose life we are talking about ni baba ya, I had the great moment, opportunity ya kumit Jaden and Chris. Ni baba ya Jaden na Chris.
Yes.
Okay. So I want us to be able to understand, but kabla maybe kama unaweza turudisha nyuma tuelewe Grace ni nani and what kind of environment did she grow up in? Imagine having the person that officiated your marriage being the same pastor that knows very well he sexually assaulted you for years, groomed you when you were 14, and fully took your virginity when you were 16 and continued doing it for years.
You did things to my teenage body that had never and should have never been done.
And at this particular moment, guys, I want us to give credit to this husband because the way he stood with the wife, the way he addressed the church, the way he was like, no, you're not going to give half-baked details. What you did to my wife is that you raped her when she was 16. Hello Team LNN, how are you guys? Now, I know we've done a couple of series, matters, Christianity, religion, and everything that's going on. And I love the feedback that we are getting, especially on people reading the word of God for themselves and not relying on people to interpret it the wrong way. But today I want to cross borders a bit and go all the way to the state of Indiana. And even before I go any further, I want to ask you guys a question. Imagine having the person that officiated your marriage being the same pastor that knows very well he sexually assaulted you for years, groomed you when you were 14, and fully took your virginity when you were 16 and continued doing it for years. And only when you are able to tell this to your brother, the brother sends him a text and he decides to go out there in front of a congregation and admit that yes, he messed up, but not fully give the church the details or the version of how he messed up. And then you find the courage to go all the way to the pulpit and confront him in the support of your husband. Let me not touch on that conversation before I let you guys watch this clip. Please listen in.
I was a prisoner and you kept me in your prison. I'm a prisoner no longer. I was just 16 when you took my virginity on your office floor. Do you remember that? I know you do, and I have plenty of other stories that I could bring to your remembrance. You did things to my teenage body that had never and should have never been done. If you can't admit the truth, you have to answer to God. You are not the victim here. I tried to tell someone, but all that was done was cover up.
My wife is not just adultery, it's another level when it's a teenager. And I will not let this man talk about my wife like that. It happened for 9 years. When she was 15, 16, the sexual grooming started. And it lasted until she met me and we started dating. This is the truth. This was Bobby's covenant of purity ring, which she wore while this man had sex with her. And she felt ashamed all these years wearing a covenant of purity ring. She felt out of shame and guilt.
I told you I committed adultery. I told you it went on far too long.
Did you do it? That's all we need to know.
Okay, and it was wrong. I can't say it. I can't make it right. I can't make it any better. That's just the way it is. It's not all true, but that did happen, yes.
All right, now I believe you've just watched that clip. The woman that is there is Bonnie and the husband is Nate. And I want to give you guys the details as you've seen in that clip. Come on, Miss P. You can do better. Your career, your gift is not in question here. Your talent is not in question. Your voice is not in question. Your beauty is not even in question. What is in question here? It's your conscience.
So he forced me to have sex with him. Not once, not twice. I had to tell my mom because I had to get medical attention, you know. I don't know this person's tabia zake.
I'm not buying her story. I am not buying. And it hurts that she's able to instill doubts about such an important topic in the society. Rape is not something that should be joked about. When we have a situation where as a country, we are able to entertain the fact that someone can come and talk about sexual abuse, and then the other time, this person is busy making music, holding hands, kissing to prove a point. And I was like, how are we kissing our abusers now? We as a society, we bend towards women, especially when matters sexual abuse. How many men are actually in prison today for a crime that they did not commit? Hello guys, how are you? I hope everyone is having an amazing Monday, and today I just wanted us to talk about something that happened, and for some reason it was just swept under the rug, but I could not, for some reason this conversation is not even about Willie Paul or Miss P. It's about not even clout chasing. It's the fact that sexual abuse is not something anyone should be joking around with, considering the number of people who are in pain right now and healed trauma simply because of what they've gone through. But before I can even get deeper into this conversation, please, let's watch this.
So he forced me to have sex with him. Not once, not twice. I had to tell my mom because I had to get medical attention, you know. I don't know this person, sijui tabia zake, so I had to seek help, and my mom was the first person that came to my mind. So
all right, so I believe you've all watched that video. It's from Kenya's female artist, Miss P. She came out last year. I believe it was last year. Yeah, she came out last year and accused Kenya male artist Willy Paul. I have no doubt these people are very gifted. They are very talented. I think they make great music together. I have been a fan of their collaborations. I think when they come together, they create magic, yeah? But the video you just watched right there of Miss P accusing Willy Paul of sexually abusing her back then, and she says that you know, he abused her, it was unprotected. She went and she spoke to the mom, and then Willy Paul came and spoke to the mom, and then she doesn't know what Willy Paul told the mom, and from there on the story was dismissed.